Hello everyone and welcome to some more AOR highlights, this time for Japan Season 12 obviously of AOR GP2, and here we go in qualifying. After last time out in Malaysia, we've had a bit of a bad run recently of luck. I expressed that quite clearly in the videos, and these actually are going to be actual highlights this time around, as I got my OBS software working well. So some actual highlights here for you guys, and here we are in qualifying. This is our best lap in qualifying. 34.1 on our first run, and this is our best lap so far, or is our best lap of the session. And yeah, going this weekend, I changed up the way I was practicing. You know, I felt that I wasn't doing as much qualifying running as I should have done. I was focusing more on the race, and obviously race pace is an important thing, but I felt that focusing on qualifying a little bit more did help me. Yeah, I'm actually much more comfortable in qualifying, and I would say one thing I've noticed a lot is actually online the cars are completely different to race. So personally, qualifying was a very big thing for this, and it really helped me in the race. And as you can see, people were going purple in session right now, so we're improving as well by 3/10. We're 3/10 up, so 3/10 up. So you know, I just wanted to practice more on qualifying, and I thought that was a weak area of mine. It was just more qualifying pace. It wasn't there. It hasn't been there really for a long time. And that's it. Same with the wet pace that I had. You know, with wet pace, I struggled a lot with that. And I improved that over time. It took more time. So it was qualifying. You know, qualifying pace is not going to be fixed within a week. You know, it takes weeks and weeks and weeks to get it fixed. So, this was the start, and this was the start of things to come. Hopefully, this can improve for the rest of this 4 races remaining. And right now, we really are up. We lost a bit of time at Spoon there, and I was about 4/10 up, and I lost a bit of a tenth there. And here you go into large chicane. Very difficult when you're up, and when you know you're up. You make the easiest mistake here. We do actually make a bit of a mistake. Get a little bit on the curb, and we lose a little bit of time. We run to the line. We are losing time gradually, but crossed the line with a 33.898, and that is a pretty good time. Pretty near to what I was doing in practice online, and you know, pretty good. And that's us into P7 for the race. So we're in a good position. We're up with the big guys who know how to race, and are not in that midfield. And this race was looking very promising for us, and I was feeling very confident for this race. Now in a decent position in the race, 7th place. You know, got people in front of me, people behind me, like Riley boys who know how the races start. So we're not in that big midfield cluster where things can sort of go wrong for us. So here lining up the grids, and this should be a decent race. I love Japan; it's one of my favourite tracks. Not the best pace around here, but I love this track. It's one of my favourites, and we're going to get ready for going for 5 red lights here for Japanese Grand Prix. Let's hope we can qualify. We can get a good result here. And get some points. We haven't had some points in Spa, so here we go for 5 red lights for Japanese Grand Prix. Lights out, and away we go. We get a pretty decent start once again. That's one thing we've been doing this season. Pretty decent starts. We're going to get away pretty nicely. We're in a slipstream, but we're on the outside line, which is not the best line. Going into turn 1, we leave the room, and all the way Midgets had contact with Biggsy. He's gone off the track, and I was very cautious here, and I had to give Riley the boys the room, and Riley the boys got up into P6, so maybe if I shut the door earlier, we would have been in P6, but there you go. First safety car has been deployed, and yeah, that was a very easy start of the race. Now it's ending as soon as possible, and here we go racing once again, and that first safety car a sort of period actually helped me a little bit, because it meant that I could sort of just calm down after the first sector of chaos that was just rising in front of me. But here we go on Riley boys now, and we need to make it our duty to get past Riley. He's a decent driver, but we need to get past him now. In the slipstream, here we go. Rich Mix. We're going to go to the right hand side of him for 130. Can we pull off almost like a Alonso-esque move on the outside? We're going to leave him room at the inside, wheel to wheel with Riley boys. This is incredible. We're going to leave him the room on the outside. We're going to go up the inside. We lock the front right, go a little bit deeper, and we get the move done into P6. That was a decent move on lap 1, and what we need to do, because look at that, we've got a pack in front of us, so we're battling for P2. So I think Safliesman is already flying ahead, and he's doing a really decent job, but Riley boys can't attack back, I don't think. So look at that, we're into P6 right now, but look at this gigantic battle going on. There's got Commando, X Gorge, CRMR11, I don't know who else. I just can't remember who else is battling at Biggsy as well. So this is a massive cluster of guys we're battling with, and look at this. We're in a position for podium here. So this is really good early on, and it's only lap 2 of this race. And look at these boys are swapping over position a lot, and they're holding each other up a lot. And seemingly for the next couple of laps, we seem to have a bit more pace than these boys, and it was probably because we're just all basically holding each other up really. But by lap 2. I get a decent exit on the last corner, but I just couldn't, for some reason, I just couldn't get past Carmundo. It's like, he was running, I think I was running 8-7 wings for this race, and he was running 7, I'm guessing he was running 7-6, so that's where I can get past him. So, yeah, but there you go, look at the head, CRMR 11's trying to make a move on it, scored, and how big is it as well, they're going at it as well, and look at this, again, another train, like this time last round, the same scenario where these guys are just holding each other up. And we're in a really good position here, and in my head I was like, you know what, this is good, you know, this is where we want to be. This is where we want to be. We want to be with the guys who know how to race, who are the best guys in this league, and we're right here. Look at this, got a nice run on Carmundo, but we can't, there's no point going for a move there. I mean, that would be suicidal. It's just, we just were in a good position, and feeling confident here, and then once again, by the end, I just couldn't make anything of it. My wings were probably a little bit too high, but I felt so confident with the 8-7 wings, confidence, oh, hello, up the inside. Cheeky, caught me out by surprise, even myself. But I just felt in the first sector, with 8-7, it just felt like I got a bit more turning, a bit more confidence than people on 7-6, and that for me is more beneficial than having more speed around this track. That's a personal thing. And it helped me a lot even in the rain, because rain is scheduled to come at the end of this race. But Riley Boys as well is keeping up with us. You know, he's keeping with us. He's keeping, you know, in touch and distance. He's going to keep his slipstream with us, and he's done a superb job as well. He's keeping up with us, and Carmundo backs out into the pits, which was really early. I'm guessing he did lots of laps in qualifying, and I think he did do a couple of laps, maybe 2 laps on that set of stuff. So he probably had the pit in earlier. But this is our pit in right at lap 6, and we're currently in P4. So. After everyone's pitting, and now look at that, it's Gord's gone. Oh my god, no! And I think he might or may have not had a collision with CRMR 11. I'm not sure what happened there, but this Gord's gone, and that's us into P3. So a very decent position. Our tyre wear now, yeah, we're hitting the mark, 72%, and it's time to come in. There's no point continuing for another lap. People like Carmundo would probably get the undercut, and in we go to the pits. Look at that, Riley Boys cheekily getting it nicely. Not to do with the pause button, I hope. You know, pressing that pause button and cheekily doing that. But now we get out, and I think we'll just jump Riley Boys out of the pits just about, and we'll be back in front of him. But so far, start of the race, first 7 laps have been pretty decent, and yeah, pace is looking good. We're looking pretty consistent. And the difference is there's different strategies going on here. At the start of the race, now the no vegetative car came out. The difference is that with the start of the race, some people also topped them with medium compounds, so they're going to be pitting out later, and it turns out that was for some of them was the best decision to do, because it meant that the rain was coming right towards their pit window, and then they were pit for intermediate, so that for them that really helped them. So different strategies here and there going on, and it meant it caused a lot of hecticness here, where people were coming in the pit lane at different times. Oscar was in here with the P9, getting into position, and a lot of, like myself, Big Z, Carmundo had to make it through the traffic. We literally were stuck in traffic for a long time, and we see here, lap 12, we've caught up to Big Z now, and Carmundo had the undercut on us, and look at that, they are stuck in traffic, and now Carmundo went for a move on Varsek, and he span, and yeah. And that is one thing that can cause the traffic. You know, it's easy, because in our positions, we were very desperate to get past them, because obviously we're on the fresher set of tyres, so we need to make this one work. And with rain coming, this is tense times. You know, we need to get in front of these boys and get into our original positions, because these guys are going to be going for a one-stop race and switching to intermediates, which will help them. But now, Big Z's on Varsek, and we're going to let him just do his business. We're not going to mess around with that, and we'll see what he can do. But yeah, traffic is really hurting us right now, and for the guys who are just starting on the medium compounds, this is good for them. This is really good stuff for them, and they're doing a really superb job. And the thing is, at the start of the race, I asked the engineer during the formation lap if there was rain coming, and he said that no, there was no rain expected, even though they said there was rain in the forecast. I knew rain was coming, but he didn't say. And then and he said it wasn't until, and then I think I asked him again during the start of the race. He said that sort of like 30 minutes, 15 minutes, and it came so quickly. So the rain came very quickly than expected, which is very interesting. But right now, Varsek's behind Filthy, who's holding up. This is a massive train now. I'm just right behind Big Z, just following him, because there's no point in me making any risks on Big Z. He's quick, he knows what to do, and there's no point in me taking any risks there. But by the end of lap 13, it's becoming desperate for Big Z, and he goes up the inside of him, and I cut the corner, and that's my first penalty of the race. And it's a 5-second stop and go. So, Codemasters, sort your shit out. I mean, for my first penalty of the race, to get a 5-second stop and go penalty, 5-second stop and go is a bit ridiculous. So I might try and get that removed for the end of the race, and that does cost us a little bit in terms of track time towards the end of the race. So we might try and get that removed off our original results at the end of the race. But here we go. Look, Varsic is under pressure from a Big Z, and we're still in this train. And look how long it's taking us so long to try and get past these guys, and it's becoming desperate. Really is becoming desperate now. Big Z trying to move earlier. Didn't work. Now it's time we try making some moves on Varsic. Now he doesn't have the system from Filthy. He's a bit more under threat. And now Biggs has got a really good run on Varsic. Varsic goes to the inside, lets him go. And now it's my turn to get past Varsic. And I really needed to get this move done. Biggsy, I saw him as my main rival. Kamundo's caught us up because obviously me and Biggsy were held in traffic. And I got up the inside here, trying to have a look. The door was open, and I cut the corner, and it gave me a 3-second penalty. So that's my first 3-second penalty to the race. The actual first penalty I should have got for the race, not the 5-second go penalty. But now we're on a run on Varsek here. DRS active, rich mix. Here we go. This is our chance to get past Varsek. Here we go, in the slipstream. And going up the inside of turn 1 and turn 2, and we're going to get the move done even before turn 1, and that is us into P4. So, decent job. And that's what we need to do. And Bigsy slightly got away from that. But now, as we're in P4, and Varsik, I think, let Commando through there after his incident. So, GG. Those two are our best friends, or some very close friends. Now Bigsy's into the pit lane, and he's pitted in early, and I think the rain is coming down now. But no, I didn't choose to go on intermediates. It's too early, in my opinion. You can see it's just not enough spray on the track. The grip, we weren't losing too much grip, so I set off another lap, and we were into the lead of the Grand Prix. So the first time this season, I think it is first time this season, I'm actually in the lead of the Grand Prix, which is fantastic. And we decided to stay on another lap because the grip wasn't that bad, but it was into the last sector where I sort of started losing it. But yeah, this was a good decision from us. We're coming to the pits, and this is our, well, one of our last stops today. And here we come to serve our 5 seconds of go penalty, which I didn't think was needed considering that was my first penalty of the race. Can't stress that enough. I just spent a lot of time in the pits, and intermediates on, and away we go. So yeah, I mean, that's this game really. I mean, considering that was my first penalty of the race, and it gave me a 5 seconds to go, it just really frustrates me. And my second penalty was a 5-second penalty, and that was like a lap later. Makes no sense really. But we're back out into P4 now, and we lost time to Taylor Vol, so we should have been in P3 realistically. And hadn't we been in P3, I think I wouldn't have had to push as much in these intermediates, and these intermediates were very fragile. I did struggle. I mean, I even felt that maybe another lap on the set of maybe slicks would have done better, but they worked okay. For the most part, they worked okay, but they're a little bit understeer on the edge. But I tried catching the Taylor, but just my tyres were falling away. I got lots of tyre wear, and there you go, another penalty, my second penalty of the race. Yeah, I don't know, the intermediates, I just struggled with them a lot during the sort of dry-ish period, you know, where it was transfer over. And I think I was overheating them, I was sort of oversteering a lot, and my tyres were wearing out as well. And by sort of this time now, we're continuing on. I think Sir Friesmere pits this lap, so he was also struggling with the intermediates. He pitted early for them, and he had to come in as well. So he came in, and we're into I think it's going to be P3. Yeah, he's there. So him and I think Taylor pitted for Inters, and yeah, I just think that another stop was really what, you know. Inters weren't cool tyres. They weren't nice tyres to drive on. And mine were well worn, so I wasn't the only one suffering from this issue. But because that 5 seconds of go penalty, that's cost me 5 seconds. So for my next stop, I'm going to be 5 seconds down, and you'll see the impact of that at the end of the race. But that is this game, really. That is Codemasters' ethic at work. But currently P3, and this is where we should really be around this mark. A little bit of frame rate issues for you guys. I'm sorry for that, but we're going to come in this lap, 68% on the tyres. There was no way I was getting into the end on this race with a set of Inters, so I came in, kept it with Surprisema, you know, not too far away from him. He wasn't getting too much from me on the intermediates. But in we come for our last stop of the day, and here we go. Let's hope for a good stop from the Williams boys. On the marks pretty nicely, and in we go for the box. I change over to intermediates, decent stop from them, and here we go. It's going to be a run, and you see people coming out the last corner now, and this is all because of our 5 second penalty earlier. This cost us a lot of track position, Faster gets past us, Taylor gets past us, which is fair play, and now Big Z gets past us on the exit. He gets past us as well, and so does Stubborn Gymnast, and now we're in traffic, and that is the game costing me time. You know, that's the game that's done that. Not, I mean, I suppose I shouldn't have cut, but then I didn't deserve a fast penalty for my first corner cut. But yeah, this is just costing me time. I'm getting held up. They're on older tyres, I'm on newer tyres. Right now, Gymnast, we're just trying to step and move here, and every time we were behind him, I was getting a better run through Spoon, and but then I just couldn't get past him. Like, Slipstream Riser just wasn't working. I couldn't seem like he's almost running lower wings here. But now we've got a nice run here, and try and grab the inside, a little look at the inside. The room's there, but he cuts me off. So last minute, he doesn't give me the room, so I back out of that, way out of that one, and that's ruined our exit off there, the last chicane there. But now, next lap around, we're going to try the same thing. He's battling with Big Z right now, and Big Z's struggling as well on those tyres. We're going to try and go up the inside here. No, I'm going to try and get a nice run off of Spoon here. We get the nice run we want. A little bit of a twitch, they're not the ideal line, but Rich makes it we go. Slipstream, and once again, not gaining anything on Stubborn Gymnast. And this is once again a recurring thing. I cannot get past him, but now this time got a nice run for 130 here we go. Can we make a move, stick up the inside? We're going to go up the inside, bold move, identical to last time around. We're going to a little bit of contact, and we get the move done, and that was an aggressive move. That's what we need to do, and that was really out of frustration because of that 5 second stop and go penalty. And that is, you know, that is just me getting out from traffic and me just getting a little bit frustrated. But that was a supreme move. I need to get that one stick now. Big Z's next up on our bucket list, and he's going wide. He's making mistakes. He's struggling as well in these conditions. So it looks like those intermediates. It was a problem that everyone was facing. They were wearing out. They were losing their the grip. At the end, having a little look at the inside. Big Z wasn't quite enough. But now here we go. We get a nice, decent run up the corner here. This is a very difficult corner coming up. Actually, it's more difficult than you think. And he actually has a really bad run. We go up the inside here, and here we go. Wheel to wheel with him, and oh. Nice content model. That really wasn't anyone's fault, and oh my god. And the thing is with that, is that if you look, it wasn't actually, I think it was more racing and Slipstream and Gymnast there. Just a result of Big Z's contact, and then I think someone went up someone saw the gap but didn't slow down enough, and because it was much more of a shallow line, he just drove a little bit into me, and it caused us both to spin, so that's unfortunate. But now I was so upset with that, and I lost so much time. I tried catching up the Big Z once again, but it wasn't enough, and P7 is going to be where we are. So yeah, a little bit of a bad last couple of laps to this race, really, about last half of the race. But other than that, a decent point finishes. We actually finished in the race, and we finished in the points, and yeah, P7 it is, and that's not too bad. I just felt that I probably could have got the podium today. Seeing Camundo getting it, I should have got it. But yeah, I'm going to try and get that 5 second penalty removed for this race. I might be able to get 5th from it, but we'll see how that goes. But guys, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe for more wrestling on this channel, and I'll see you for another video, which will be AOR highlights. Thanks guys for watching. I'll see you soon. Bye guys.